And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Some breaking news for you again coming out of Ireland, as is being reported that there's an ongoing manhunt, this time in Cork. Now, yesterday, of course, we reported on the incident that happened in Dublin, which seen 3 people attacked by a lone man, and of course, we provided a further update this morning. However, it does seem as though yet another stabbing-related incident has happened in the Republic of Ireland, this time in Cork. And actually, there is a ongoing manhunt currently going on throughout the city, and a heavy police presence with, of course, armed Garda, or as we say in England, armed police in response. And we're going to go through what we currently know at this moment in time. Now, earlier on, as I was providing an update on the incident that happened in Dublin yesterday, there was a lot of alarm in my chat reporting on an incident with regard to Cork, and someone who was actually at the scene reporting or bringing me up to date with what was actually happening. However, following that, we started to hear a bit more news on what was happening in Cork, and again, this is what a reporter had said earlier on. Paul said, and a woman in her 20s has suffered what's believed to be a stab wound during an incident at a house on Evergreen Road, Cork. The Garda are searching for the suspect. Now, that was an hour ago. We still haven't got a statement just yet, but people in the local area have seen a heavy police presence as they look for this individual. A armed response are, of course, at the scene. So here's some pictures for you. And again, this is what the current roads look like at the scene. I think I've got a couple more for you as well. Again, they're outside this house. So what's being reported thus far, and this is a breaking news story, so we don't fully know the full scale of the story, but what's being reported by Irish media is that a woman is being treated for her injuries following a serious assault in Cork City this morning. The Garda closed off a section of Evergreen Road shortly after 9:30 a.m. after receiving reports of an attack at a residential property in the area. The area around the property was sectioned off, and members of the National Ambulance Services attended the scene. They also understand a young woman is receiving treatment for her injuries, and the Garda are still searching for the suspect as we are currently recording this video. This incident has led to traffic build-up in the surrounding area, of course, as you can see here. And people are being advised to avoid the area if possible. There has been no police statement just yet, but they have stated that a manhunt is currently ongoing in the city looking for a young man in his 20s. So that's all we really know in terms of the individual, but there is currently a manhunt ongoing in Cork, and armed and a heavy police presence looking for this individual. A search for the suspect is understood to be still ongoing in the city centre, and members of the Garda Armed Support Unit have called in, and a helicopter has been spotted hovering over the city near where the attack took place. As stated, no one has been arrested at the time of recording. The Garda technical teams have also carried out examination of the scene on Evergreen Road, just to remind you, just over here. So it looks as though the lady was stabbed here, or seriously assaulted in here, or what's being reported as a stabbing. Again, cannot confirm or deny that just yet. But in the Cork area at this moment in time, so much heavy police presence, and of course armed Garda are currently searching the city looking for this individual. Now, in terms of a detail of the guy that they're looking for, they literally just said a young man in his 20s. So, I mean, if you're looking, that's not really helpful, is it? A young man in his 20s. I mean, throughout a city, how many people are young men in their 20s? That's the search description that they gave of this person who carried out this a serious assault or whatever. And that's all they're currently giving. So if you see a young man in their 20s cutting around Cork, then call the police, I guess. But in all seriousness, though, guys, as stated, as being reported earlier on today, looks like yet another stabbing incident happening in the country of the Republic of Ireland, as Paul earlier on reported. But yeah, truly tragic. And again, a stabbing epidemic. An epidemic is something that's just going to continue to happen, whether that be in Ireland, whether that be in the UK, whether that be in Europe. It's just constant. And without the right education and the right things things being put into place. They're just going to continue on happening time and time again. But that is the news so far from Cork. I know that a lot of my subscribers, a lot of people were asking me to bring an update, as there's no updates currently online at this moment in time. So I hope that has given you a bit of an understanding of what's currently going on in Cork. But a manhunt, an armed police presence currently happening in the city as they look for the individual that carried out this attack on a young girl. Let's go through some of the comments then, ladies and gentlemen, and see what you guys are thinking. And yeah, big shout out as well to Jenny, by the way. Yeah, Jenny, thank you so much. Yeah, you did you gave me a heads up on the story, sent me a message on Facebook. So thank you so much for that. If you haven't already followed British Stand on Facebook, jump over there. We provide a bit more updates in terms of just day-to-day things that are not enough for a video, but we provide you with updates over on Facebook. So if you haven't already followed us, make sure you do. Ivan donates £5 and says, Ireland is like the UK on turbocharge. It's getting really, really bad. I mean, again, I keep an eye on things that's happening across Europe. My main focus is, of course, in the British Isles, of course, where I reside, but I do care for the rest of Europe as well. And as I said, they're going through the same problem as we are currently right now. And again, I want to keep on bringing you up to date and showing that it is a European problem, not just our problem. So it's always important to go through and then go through what's happening. But of course, the truly shocking story from Ireland was from yesterday. But again, a lot of alarm has been sounded, I suppose, due to this incident that's happening in Cork. And again, I just wanted to keep you up to date because I certainly can't see anything reporting on it just now, except from a few buried Irish articles. So that's the incident as such. It doesn't seem to be super serious, but well, it is serious. I mean, someone's stabbed or seriously assaulted a young lady, and we don't know the context of the situation. But there is a current manhunt ongoing, looking for this individual who was responsible. Siobhan says, so the public are still at risk and all they can say is a 20-year-old man. Well, that will help. Dear God, help us all. No, exactly. No, you're absolutely correct. I mean, when I see in the description there, I'm thinking, well, how was that going to help anyone? A young man in their 20s? Serious? A young man in their 20s in a city centre? You want the public to help you out, then, you've got to give a briefer description of that, try and at least give you don't have to disclose all of it, but just say, build, eye, anything, hair colour, skin colour, anything, help it. The Irish public or the people on the ground could help you out. A young man in their 20s, how's that going to be sufficient enough to try and track this individual down? But again, it's chaos currently in Cork as a manhunt is ongoing looking for the individual. So it being described as an isolated attack as always, but it does kind of look like something, I don't want to speculate, but something certainly that's happened behind closed doors. But this individual is currently on the run. But yeah, that's it, guys, in terms of that. It's a breaking news story. There's not really much to provide you any more information about with regard to it. Again, it's still ongoing, the incident, and of course, they are still searching for this individual. So if you are in the Cork area, you can expect a huge police presence. Anyway, guys, I have been Dan. This has been British Stand, and again, another shocking update from the Republic of Ireland. A lot of our themed content has been from Ireland over the last couple of live streams, but I have got some British content coming a little bit later on. But my hopes and prayers are with the people of Ireland at this moment in time.